Over the last 5 years, we have come across the translations of a native-born ancient Aramaic-speaking translator, filmmaker with over 15 years' experience in both translating scripture, the ancient original scriptures, and filmmaking. A graduate of the San Francisco Film Academy with a wife named Liv Alexander, who has done several TV series for Hollywood like Star Quest, Red Queen, etc. Victor N. Alexander, that's her husband, has worked behind the scenes on several Hollywood films, TV series over the years. And we can bring you the evidence of that. He had completed his own research and documentary on his native country, Mesopotamia, because he was born in Pt2. Mesopotamia's ancient history, and presented this documentary to many libraries, fairs, film festivals, etc., and was rejected by people saying he had no clue what he was even talking about, that it was all false. Okay, but he realised why. Okay, so I'm asking the question: how can that be so if he is of the country, native born, right, researching its real histories, okay, and putting it on film? It's just bizarre. Because the Western theologists, Christians, or the Christian structure, want to keep the real history of the original scriptures, or origins of the original scriptures, ancient scriptures, under lock and key, as they have a hidden motive and agenda. They don't want that out there. Yeah? They've been persecuting the so-called Nestorian Church, the Assyrians, for many, many centuries over this, right? They don't want the truth out there. Okay? As they have a hidden motive and agenda. A means, perhaps, to convince, therefore control and con the masses. Okay, null the masses, make them dumb them down when it comes to the real scriptures, the real ancient Assyrian-Aramaic or Ktav Ashurit, which was the older sister language of the Ktav Ivri, or the original ancient Hebrew. Today's Hebrew is a modified or modern version, which with a dot system, yeah, and vowels added to it that it never originally had. Okay, it's not only changed the structure of the two languages, Aramaic and Hebrew, but also the meanings of the original words, because they had similar words, they're the same words, the same meanings, right? So when they added that dot system in the vowels, eventually they had similar words, but they now have different meanings. One word being yuma, for a measurable period, eon, era, age, or day with a capital D, versus the Hebrew word yom, which means day, but I don't know if it means a measurable period, eon, era, age. Okay, and the D, the day with the capital D, is very different to their understanding or explanation of day. Okay. Very different from our concept, our understanding of the day. It's still a today, but it's still or eventually it becomes a 12-hour day, it's daylight, and a 12-hour night, darkness, right? Okay, but the Aramaic Hebrew day is very, very different. It's actually quite weird. We'll do videos covering that, explaining that. Finding the former ancient Aramaic, translated by Victor N. Alexander, happened by accident. When I happened to come across his website, not the complete website, okay, I found one webpage. It was called The Theory of the Aborigines, and I scoffed and laughed about it because I thought it was a silly young person being silly, with the conspiracy theory, etc., until later on, when I looked further into it and he contacted Victor N. Alexander, I found that the rest of the site and that theory of the Aborigines was part of his website, which is now down, but I revived it. I didn't put it back up because it's copyrighted to him, and he hasn't given me permission to do that, even though I'd pay to put it up online again in its entirety if he, when I emailed him, replied back and said, yep, do it. He's given me that permission, hasn't he? Okay. So yeah, I found his website by accident, and I kept looking into it. Okay. It was downed around, well, since 2018, and as I said, I later revived it, and all the content he had contained there. I found that the Bible versions that we have so readily available today through the top expert theologians like Bart D. Ehrman, they all do not have the original manuscripts, but a copy of the copies 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 of the copies, right, published over the centuries and put out by the American Bible Society, etc., along with their errors, contradictions, and their outright lies. We can provide evidence via our YouTube channel videos. In fact, we already have. Okay, a man named Brian has done the research, and we can also back it up with a statement in the Aramaic New Testament translation by Victor N. Alexander, as we've done on our videos previously, where he makes a similar comment. Okay, inside page 3, translation notes, and also on the back. Yeah, as we said, we can provide the evidence via our channel's videos. In fact, we already have. All are being conned, or you're all being conned. Yeah, this is the truth, this is fact. Lied to by these claimers, or these claimants, that they are the truth, that they are telling you the truth, that they are the true church, the chosen of God, while all the competition or their competitors are of the devil, etc. Okay, so look at this analogy, because this is straight out propaganda, a means to climb a ladder, put yourself on a pedestal, and remain there, and keep kicking off the competition by trotting on them, telling lies about them, creating lies about them. So they never climb that rung, never become the number one. Okay. By any means necessary to keep them from the top and keep you at the top, right? Because that's where all the money is. Okay. It's just outright propaganda. If you ever watched World War II propagandic films by that Nazi, what's his name, Goebbels, or the other one, that's basically what propaganda is. Putting out all these lies out there saying we are the greatest army, we defeat the Americans, like, do these films and all that sort of stuff, we beat them, they can never win against us, all this hype and fluff. That's what it is. It's propaganda, right? Crap on the other possible opposition or competition, or get rid of them by any means necessary. Okay, defame them, degrade them, whatever. Okay. As I said, this is straight up propaganda, a means to poop on the competition, kick them off the run by any means. So we, at the Ministry of the Real Truth, have made it our sole, excuse the pun there, S-O-U-L, okay, soul, S-O-L-E, mission to bring all the real truth of it's you, everybody else in the world, the real truth of the original ancient Aramaic scriptures, okay, from the Pt2, original Genesis, to Malachi, from the ancient original sacred scribal old tongue, written, recorded by the ancient Old Testament scribes and prophets, correctly and faithfully translated into English by a 100% reliable translator, Victor N. Alexander. As we strongly believe, all the people of the world seeking the real truth should be told the real truth. Okay? It's about time they were told the real truth. No more games, no more hype, bull or fluff, just the 120% real truth. The real truth, the whole truth, and nothing but that real truth. No more lying to those who are truly seeking God, the Christ, and what the scriptures are really saying. We have made it our life's mission to, along with Victor N. Alexander's, etc., to restore the original apostolic faith of the 12 disciples. Okay? That apostolic faith, original apostolic faith of the 12 disciples. The Aramaic translation is the original hidden, therefore preserved text, manuscript text, given the high priest of the original Church of the East, founded by the original disciple of Jesus Christ, Thomas, who went on to found many more churches across India before his martyrdom. He was killed for what he believed in. Right? These are the original Old Testament in the original Aramaic or Ktav Ashurit and the Galilean Aramaic NT. The Old Testament Ktav Ashurit was compiled in Ur in 800 BC, and then as one book or Bible in the 4th century AD. Okay. These are the original OT and the original Aramaic, or Ktav Ashurit and the Galilean Aramaic, New Testament in the language spoken and written by his, or recorded by his, Jesus the Messiah, in his, by Jesus the Messiah's disciples. We provide the videos of our unending hours of personal research via our YouTube channel, the Ministry of the Real Truth. So you can look at them and judge for yourself. Are we telling you the real truth, or like all the rest, just pulling the wool over your eyes, right? With hype and fluff. So why not subscribe to our Incredible Truth channel right now, and set that notification bell so that you never miss out on the real truth. Watch our videos, add your comments below, give us your like, and we'll respond to your comments as they mean a lot to us. They genuinely do. And you can, if you choose to, help our congregation grow and reach others, both locally and internationally. That's one of our aims. By donating us via our PayPal account, or become a Patreon member, etc. We give a shout out to our loyal subscribers and thank you all heartily, genuinely and heartily, for believing in us and staying with us. Please add your comments on how we can better our videos, presentation quality, video wise or other. We will be most grateful for your mature adult critiquing, okay, which helps us to improve and grow and get a greater audience, because we're looking to get 1,000 subscribers in the next 6 months, or less, or more than 1,000 subscribers. Okay. Add your suggestions of what scriptures you want us to cover, and we'll bring them to you exclusively via a video on that particular request. Okay. No matter how long it takes, we'll get to you, and we'll do that video exclusively for you. We will do live streaming soon. We are new to that, so bear with us. We're still learning, and we will now be doing live streaming via YouTube or other, where we'll keep you notified and posted through a video on our channel. We just keep changing the date to let you know when we're going live through YouTube or other means. Okay. We're on Linux Ubuntu Creator Studio. We can download and install streaming software like OBS, but we have to update our graphics card apparently in order for it to work effectively. Okay. Which we'll probably do that over time at some point. Okay, which is better in the long run, because we can do better things apparently with it. But at this point, we have to make do with what we can get and make work. Okay, so there's a possible reason why it's not. People can critique us or whatever and say, oh, it's not professional enough, etc., etc. But there's a reason behind that. You should spend more time, on your presentations, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, well, I do take it more seriously or whatever. I do, but it's just that I'm limited. Okay, I don't know. I'm not a nerdy Linux user, so I'm still learning that, right? The ins and outs of that, yeah, etc., etc. So I've got to do with what's available, what works, right? What I can test and make work. Okay. But thank you for your viewing time. May Aloha, Maya Aloha, and Maya Yoshua, Jesus the Messiah, watch over you, keep you safe, bless you, and strong in the faith, so you don't buckle under threat or under fire. Okay, that you remain loyal, faithful, right, in that faith to Maya Aloha, or God, and Maya Yoshua Mashika, Jesus the Messiah. So, yeah, if you enjoyed this video, this short video, hopefully it's short, I can always make it shorter, then please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and set that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our non-hype, non-BS truth videos, okay, as we bring them to you. Watch those and learn the real truth, because the real truth will set you free. And then give us a like, add your comments, which we look forward to, helps us grow, right? And then go out there and tell all your friends, neighbours, strangers, parrot, okay, and all your religious affiliated friends, be they Jews, Christians, Mormons, or whatever, of this channel and of the real truth, the ministry of the real truth, which tells you the whole truth, the real truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay, no fluff or BS, as I mentioned. And our motto is honesty is our best policy, and that's what we strive to do, is to stay honest. Okay, we are human, so forgive us if we make mistakes, because we are only human. We are prone to making mistakes. There's the old saying, to err is human, but to forgive is divine. So please feel free to kindly notify us, and we will look at your suggestion where we went wrong and review it, etc. Check it out to see if you're actually right, and if you are, we will apologise and say thank you very much for that kind insight, critique, etc. Right, and acknowledge you for that. Okay. So yeah, we will see you on the next exciting Ministry of the Real Truth video. Take care now.